Hey folks, this is Anupam back again. Wishing everyone a very happy new year for 2026. Happy streaming to everyone. Today I'm going to talk a bit about how do we stream from SAP into Fabric Lakehouse. It's an interesting and growing concept which Microsoft has come up with, and that includes data virtualization using Fabric shortcuts, and we'll implement some of that. So let's get going. So basically, this is again our favorite RM07 docs or MB51 report, and getting it into if I run this on SAP, this is the output. I think you would be familiar with this. What we did was to bring the same output of this SAP RM07 docs. If you notice, this is your Fabric Lakehouse, and we have created a shortcut. It's pretty straightforward to create this shortcut and get this report out onto this Lakehouse. So basically, this data actually sitting is the shortcut basically points to ADLS Gen 2, Azure Datalake, and this is just kind of a pointer to that. So if we wanted to, we can always consume the same report here in the Azure Datalake, or see the data on the Lakehouse. Now let's get into how this is connected. It's pretty straightforward. Basically, the USB for SAP plugin for Fabric data flow, that's what you will be using. And then the usual parameters of what's the object type. We're using RM07 docs, and variant is USB for SAP one. There's a few parameters which we are using here in terms of our data destination. That's right now it's configured to be Azure Datalake. Whatever shortcuts are supported, we could be targeting those. For now, we are using Azure Datalake, and the authentication is SAS key, and the last one is the folder path where this data should go. So this is exactly the path which is there on your Azure Datalake. So basically, in terms of the flow, what we are doing here is getting data from SAP, putting it in one lake, which is mapped as the Azure Datalake folder in the shortcut, and that gets into Fabric. So when I trigger this, I'll trigger run here, and it takes a minute to get to, but now it is running this report basically in the backend SAP system, getting this data out, and then writing all of this back onto our Fabric One Lake. So if I now go to Fabric One Lake, and refresh, modified, this is the one which has been generated. Those who are in Fabric would probably be familiar. What do they need to do? They can write their queries, AI, automation, etc. And if I look at my Azure Data Lake, this is the physical storage at 604. It has created this file. So pretty simple setup. Basically, this is how you would be caching, streaming your data onto Fabric One Lake. so that this could be consumed. So this is the cached mode, and then there is a live connection also using Dataflow, which I'll demo in my next series. I hope you find this useful.